Sex determination, one of the most prominent and interesting aspects of hereditary differences that is observed among individuals of the same species is sex. However, as per the Mendel's theory and other theories that were proposed for the heredity and variation, did not provide any satisfactory explanation for the hereditary basis for sex difference. However, it was later discovered after Mendel's law. After this theory, it was established that the sex inheritance is also similar to that of chromosome theory of heredity. That is, sex inheritance was understood in brief about after the proposition of this theory. On this basis, it was proposed that sex is a character that consists of two alternatives, one maleness and second femaleness. This difference between the two characters is based on the presence of type of chromosome. That is, this chromosome inheritance that determined the sex was based on various factors which included environmental, morphological, cytological, genetical, and many others. However, mainly these were the factors that controlled and influenced the sex determination. Thus, on this basis it was proved that the organisms producing eggs are called females, while the organisms that produces sperm are called males. However, based on this, sex determination was explained by different aspects in different cases that were carried out by different scientists. In order to study these different aspects in different cases for sex determination, it is necessary to study the chromosomal theory behind this sex determination. According to a scientist named Henke, in 19th century, observed this type of sex difference in insects, where two kinds of sperms were produced. Now, this difference in the kinds of sperm was based on the presence or absence of a chromosome. That is, of a type of chromosome. But which type of chromosome was not determined by the scientist. Later, another scientist named McLung described and identified that chromosome as the X body. which helped him to distinguish between the two organisms. That is, he described that in insects like grasshopper, male has an odd number of chromosomes while females have an even number. However, after the study of these scientists, later the exact sex determination theory was proposed. That is the chromosomal theory for sex determination was later proposed by different scientists named Miss Stevens, in the year 1905. Then other scientists named Bridges in 1922 and Goldsmith in 1938 supported this theory of sex determination. So according to them, there are two types of chromosomes, that is autosomes and allosomes. Out of these, the allosomes are called sex chromosomes. Now, as we all know that in humans there are 23 pairs of chromosomes, and out of this, the 22 pairs or the first 22 pairs of chromosomes are autosomes, while allosomes is the last 23rd pair which determines the sex of an individual. And therefore, on this basis it was decided that autosomes determine the somatic characters of an organism, while allosomes decided the sex characters of an organism. These sex chromosomes help in determining the sex of an organism. So, accordingly, there are two types of chromosomes that are involved in determining the sex, that is X chromosome and Y chromosome. Now, the arrangement of these sex chromosomes differ in different organisms. Like in females, the even number of chromosomes, that is 2X chromosome, occurred, while in case of male, the odd number of chromosomes, that is XY, occurred. Out of these, generally in organisms like humans and insects, they possess different features in chromosomes, that is the X chromosome is straight and larger, while the Y chromosome is small and is bent at one end. Thus, this was the difference between the two types of chromosomes that was possessed in different organisms that differentiated between the two types of organisms. This figure depicts the chromosome type in insects in both male and female. As it can be seen from the figure, the male chromosome contains two types, that is X and Y. X is straight and larger as compared to Y, that is bent. And in female, there occurs two same kind of chromosome, that is 2X. But in case of other flies or birds, the chromosome arrangement is different from that of the other organisms like insects or humans. In these birds, instead of to X chromosome, the chromosome is in the form of Z, where in males the even number of chromosome occurs, that is 2Z, while in females the two different types of chromosome occur, that is Z and W. Therefore, male contains 2Z chromosomes, while female Z and W in case of birds. Therefore, the sex chromosome arrangement is different in birds than that in the others. Now, this chromosomal theory is divided into various types for understanding. The first theory that was proposed was theory of heterogamesis. The second theory that was proposed was genetic balance theory. The third theory was haploid and diploid mechanism. The fourth one was environmental effects on sex determination. And the fifth and final was hormonal influences. Thus, these were the few theories that were proposed in order to understand the chromosomal theory of sex determination.